Hey, this is Ruth Hartunian Allenbaugh, otherwise known as Ravings and Cravings. I am here today with an emergency interview with Jefferson Monroe, who I am so grateful raised his Facebook hand and said he could come in to my house today and talk about his business called Twin Beaks Fried Chicken. So welcome.
Thanks, Ruth. Nice to be here.
Good to be here, guys. You can see, for those of you who are going to see this on YouTube in a couple of days, you'll get to see the food that he brought. So think of like DoorDash delivery. So this morning for breakfast, I'm going to get to try Twin Beaks food. Very excited. Save my calories for breakfast. So tell us about where you're located, your address, and how people can find you. And then we'll go on to other good stuff.
Okay. So I'm going to start with where to find us because that's probably... we have an Instagram handle, which is Twin Beaks Fried Chicken. And then our website is twinbeaksfriedchicken.com. So it's all very...
Guys, this is easy.
Pretty easy to remember. And on both our Instagram and on our webpage, we try to make sure that people can find us because we are literally a movable feast as a food trailer business. So that being said, we're trying to establish a location in Columbia.
That's cool, because what does Columbia? Columbia has Faith Cafe.
Faith Cafe.
And it has what else for food?
That's kind of it.
What is the...
There was Columbia Kitchen for a while, but
I know
that's
been gone for a long time. That's been vacant.
Yeah.
But I'm thinking about the other place that's open seasonally. Isn't that in Columbia? Yeah, I'll think about it.
Yeah.
They have the big tractor out there, and
Oh, I think that is... Oh, the Maine Moose.
It's the Maine Moose.
Yes, I always think of that,
They
and
are-
Faith Cafe is kind of the same, but I think they are different. So
all right, so that'll be great. There's room at the table for you.
that's what we're hoping for, and that's all kind of down on Route 6 too. So it's kind of not that it's that far away, but we're hoping to set up at the intersection of 87 and 66. Which
Okay.
is pretty close to the kind of Columbia Town Hall and the library, school.
Is it in that little plaza where there's a bunch of businesses in there?
Yeah. So we're kind of parked around back.
Across from St. Columba Church?
Yes, exactly. Yeah.
All right. I know where you are. I will find you.
Excellent.
If you show up there, I will find you.
Yeah, we're planning on being there Tuesday to Friday, generally 12 to 6.
Okay, good. So lunch run, get your dinner before you go home.
Pretty much, yeah. We're hoping to expand that as things get busier, but...
One thing at a time.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. Tell us about your menu.
Sure. So, I would say that our menu is very farm focused. We raise all the meat and eggs that we serve. So
that's, to me, that already is incredible. Like, I don't know anyone who does that.
There's one other food truck called Taylor Brook or Taylor Spring, I think. But we're one of the only people in the area.
That's amazing. So it's a high touch, not a high tech process, is it?
That's a good way to put it. We're there from when they're chicks all the way until you get your sandwich.
All right. And is that cue for let's open
we can look at it.
Open the round boxes?
Yeah.
We'll get more about the farm too, but I'm kind of anxious to see what's in here. Which one do we start with?
Why don't we open the sandwich one first?
It's like Christmas in November, so don't be deceived. I'm just looking at a brown styrofoamy thing. Well, whatever. It's eco-friendly, actually. Yeah. Ooh, that looks yummy. I don't know. Let me see if I can get this on the camera better, because people aren't going to be able to see this. So tell people what this is.
So this is our biggest sandwich. It's called the Big Ed, and it is one of our fried chicken sandwiches that has our breakfast sandwich added to it. So our breakfast sandwich is whatever pork we have at the time. At the moment, it's some shredded carnitas that we run with every once in a while, with a fried egg, and then a pimento cheese spread that we put on it.
What? Are you kidding? Oh my gosh. Okay.
And
I had to go get a knife and a napkin because this looks like a messy thing.
it is definitely messy. I don't know if cutting it is going to make it less messy, to be honest.
All right. Well, I buy my clothes from thrift stores, so I don't care. Where'd you get the idea to put pimento? That's a southern kind of idea.
Yeah, so I had an employee earlier in another life that is from outside of Metro Atlanta, and we got on the pimento cheese train with her and never got off it because it's kind of great.
And what's is it pickles that are the salad?
Yeah, so then we use a sort of a spicy pickle slaw that we put on it. So
It's a slaw, yeah.
Yeah, it kind of offsets the richness of the fried chicken.
So you got a little bit of a tang, you got a little bit of not a sting, but you know you have something in your mouth. But it doesn't overcloud the fact that the chicken quality is excellent.
Thanks.
That's really good chicken. Where is there a schedule of where you show up somewhere?
Yeah, so on our Instagram page, once or twice a week, we post kind of where we're going to be, and then on our website, we have a calendar and a whole page that's titled "Where to Find Us," and it has all where we're listed the next 2 to 3 weeks typically.
Oh, this is great. And then at the end, I was like getting a little of the egg in there. It sounds, you guys, for those of you who like to just have meatloaf on Monday and tacos on Tuesday and whatever on Wednesday, this is a great, this is a really tasty sensation. And I can see visually, because I spend my money, I choose how I spend my money, that the chicken goes all the way to the edge of the bun. Thank you.
Yes. We really, I like to eat food a lot, and that's kind of how I got into cooking. And as such, and I have a larger appetite, so I try to make sure that the portion sizes are things that I would be okay with. So,
am I supposed to share this with you?
No, it's all yours.
Oh,
That's okay. Yeah.
Okay, then you can stay.
All right. Good.
All right, I would like to eat more, but I want to sample a couple of other things while we're still recording. So, what box should we open next?
I think this one is kind of fun.
Okay.
I can tell you what's in there, or you can pop it open.
Ooh. All right, let me hold that up too. So, what is this called on your menu?
So this is what you would call the Roadhouse. It's all fried chicken. People come up and they say, "I just want fried chicken." This is what you would order.
That's nice. So they can just get protein, right?
Yes, exactly. So it's a drumstick, a full wing, and then 3 sort of breast strips. Which,
so they would be boneless then?
Yeah. So the breast strips are boneless, and so it's kind of a nice mix for people. Usually, someone in the family likes the drumstick, and someone likes the boneless. And then in addition to that, I sort of packaged all of our sauces, which we're very pro sauce. We make all our sauces.
You make them? So you actually know what's inside of them?
Yeah. I could.
That's a game changer.
It makes a difference. They're pretty good. I'm not gonna lie. Yeah.
I have to ask a random question. Is there any kind of lemon peel something in your?
So our brine, we don't use any dairy or gluten in our fryers, and in our brine there's lemon in it. So nice.
That is good.
Thanks.
Oh, that's awesome. Like that's a happy flavor.
Yeah.
I'm sure the recipe is a secret recipe. I will not ask you for your secret. But tell us about the flavors of the sauces. So there's like what, half a dozen? So if you keep talking, I can keep eating.
Okay. So so we do have kind of a rotating cast of sauces, but the ones that we have in here are, you just tried the ranch that we make.
I love ranch.
We make a barbecue sauce that's sort of Carolina style, so it's more in the vinegar than the super sweet.
Is that this one? You guys, too bad you're not here with me. But if they were here with me, then I'd have to share.
That would
Were you thinking that?
I was
thinking that.
Yeah.
Okay. The next one is?
That is our chipotle mayo, which is classic and not...
I love mayo.
Yeah.
Oh, that barbecue sauce is very unique. Do you sell your sauces separately or not yet?
We sort of almost by appointment, as it were. If someone asks, we'll sell it to you, but we haven't started packaging them for sale yet. So.
Wow, I could sit here. The quality of the strips are awesome. Believe it or not, my son, who's 29, doesn't like bones in his food.
I've known people like that in my life.
And so this solves my problem.
Yeah.
Because I have bone and boneless.
Yep.
Thank you very much. I will just eat more of that later, but I want to get the last box open because I think people would like to know what's in there. So what's on the last one?
So I like to joke that we're actually a French fry truck and not a fried chicken truck because our French fries are very popular. We try to source the potatoes locally as much as possible. Right now, these potatoes are from from Tobacco Road Farm in Lebanon. You know, Brian and Anita, they've been there forever.
No, but I should probably have them come on.
Oh yeah, they're great. We cut the fries. We do use the sort of double fry method, where you fry them once, cool them back down, and then fry them a second time.
I think that's the best method.
Yeah.
Gives you the best outcome for your product, right?
Yeah.
Because you probably tried a number of other things.
Yeah.
Now, are these both ketchups?
Those are just ketchups, yeah.
Okay. So is this like a normal size order?
So we do a large size and a small. This is the large. So
Is this enough for four people or 2 hungry people?
I think two hungry people, I would say. Oftentimes we'll have couples come up and they want they kind of want to give a try, and I feel like the Roadhouse and a large fry is like a nice, because it's better to have too many fries than not enough, you know, because if you don't have enough, then you're just you're kind of bummed.
And they're not highly salted, or else maybe they're not salted.
We salt them a little bit, yeah. We try not to go too
that's
crazy.
Nice.
Yeah. That way they're flavored, but you're not raising your blood pressure, as it were.
Well, and you can always add more salt. So if you really need it, it's there. Those are great. I love, and it looks like you have the skins on them.
Yep. We basically
I like the skins on
wash
fries.
them and cut them and fry them.
So tell us again, like we're kind of probably almost halfway through. Name of your business, where you're located. I'm going to close up the box. I want to eat more, but I shouldn't do that with my mouth full. So yeah, give us where you can find you.
Sure. So Twin Beaks Fried Chicken, and our kind of the location that we're trying to establish is in Columbia at 326 Route 87. It's also known as the Landmark Building, and we are in the back in sort of their back parking lot. So if you are over there and you see a couple of feather signs that say now open and fried chicken, that's us. Otherwise, we do a lot of farmers markets. We're going to be at the Stores Market this Saturday from 3 to 5. We do to different breweries and events. We're at Third Thursday most of the summer. So,
all right. Well, a phone number?
Oh yeah, phone number 508-560-7727.
508 is not Connecticut.
No, that's my number.
That's
so,
all right.
yeah.
Okay, so
you can call me. Not all the time.
Call
just,
you
yeah.
Jefferson.
Jefferson, yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Talk more about your farm, about the good farm.
Sure.
I think that's a very interesting concept because I mean literally this really is farm to table.
Yeah. So I am more of a farmer that started a food truck than the other way around. Prior to moving to Columbia, I lived in Massachusetts, and the area of Massachusetts I lived in, I raised pastured poultry as the way I started my business, and then we kind of expanded from there. We had a mobile slaughter unit that I used, and that allowed me to...
Mobile? Wow.
It was a trailer. You'd unpack everything, do the deed, and then pack everything up. But having that piece of equipment allowed me to really start my farm, and it was licensed by the state and legal, and so initially I wholesaled to restaurants, and then...
Wow, so that was a big farm then, if you're doing that.
First year I raised 1,000 chickens. The second year we raised 2,500, and kind of expanded over time, and then we've kind of scaled back a little bit because running the food trailer, kind of the profit margins are a little bit higher. It's always funny, like I talk to restaurant people and they complain about their margins, and I'm like, I got into restaurants because the margins are better. You know?
Let's talk about margins, right?
Yeah. Farming margins are funny.
Yeah.
But we really try to raise our chickens in a way that allows them to express their instincts. So we have basically movable pens that we keep them in, and we move them every day. So they have access to fresh grass and sunshine and fresh air, and it kind of comes through in the flavor of the bird. I like to say that as much as I'm like relatively good at cooking food, I'm starting with really high quality ingredients, and that makes it.
I think that makes a difference, right?
Yeah.
Even water for your coffee, or and if you can eat high quality food, why not? Okay, I went back and I opened the box for people who are listening on the radio. I was silent for a while, so I'm telling you, I went back to the strips of chicken, and I wanted to try the other sauces.
Okay.
While you were talking. What was this one again?
So that, I believe that's our chipotle mayo, and then the next one is
honey mustard.
Honey mustard.
Yeah. Do you have a favorite?
Well, we haven't gotten to my favorite yet, actually. Although I do the ranch. I have a real fondness for the ranch. But the last sauce is actually my favorite.
Oh, last one.
Do you want me to unveil it, or
tell me, or should I see if I can guess what it is?
Let's have you guess what it is. Yeah, that'd be fun. Yeah.
Okay. While I'm finishing what's in my mouth, until is that the last one?
Yeah, that's the last one.
All right. So we're looking at a rectangular box with all the chicken in it. So it's the 3 strips?
3 breast strips, a drumstick, and a full wing.
That sounds like I feel like we should go to like and a partridge in a. No, it doesn't work.
We're sort of singing about the partridge that's fried in the box in a way. You know, so.
You could do a chicken version.
Oh yeah, I have to think about that. That's a good idea.
I'll play the piano for you.
Oh, I like that. Yeah,
happy to. Perfect. All right, let me see. This is your favorite sauce, so I'm dipping my piece into Jefferson's favorite, right? This is the right one.
Yeah. It's the.
I can't get over how good you people out there know what chicken strips look like. Yours do not look like, what everybody else's look like.
I don't have those bed chicken very often, so I don't know, unfortunately, but I believe you.
This is really good.
Okay,
yeah.
Right.
Oh, wow. Is there Parmesan or something in there?
No Parmesan.
What is that? That's really great. What is it?
That's our honey ginger sauce.
Ginger? No, that's a different one.
Yeah.
Okay, so could I order this and just get all ginger sauce ones?
Yeah.
So I could get 6?
So typically when you come to our food trailer, we have what is essentially like a sauce bar. And you can just help yourself to any sauces you want.
It's like a pumpy thing?
Like a squeeze bottle, yeah. And we do that because different people want different things. And usually everybody kind of goes through and they try all the sauces, and then they hone in on the 3 that they have to get every time they come to get food. And most of them are somewhat mayo-based because I'm very mayo-based as a human being.
I love mayo on everything, actually. So that's less waste. Because then hopefully people take what they're going to eat.
Typically, yeah. Usually, again, people tend to do a lot to start, and then they go, okay, I need 3 sauces for this, okay, that's great,
So I'm here with Jefferson Monroe from Twin Beaks Fried Chicken. Name is derived from a takeoff on what?
So David Lynch and Mark Frost had a show called Twin Peaks in the late 80s, which is about the murder of a high school homecoming queen. And with that lovely, uplifting start, that's kind of what we're themed after. My wife loves the show, and so I love puns, and then that was kind of how we got to where we are.
Yeah. All right, I did try the last sauce.
Oh, yeah.
Did you put fresh garlic in there?
That's almost entirely fresh garlic.
Oh my gosh, that is amazing. You know what? I couldn't guess the other one because I feel like a failure now as a foodie. I couldn't guess your favorite, but I think it's because
it has a lot of different elements.
Well, I stuck my finger in the sauce for the last one because I was like, I want to figure out what it is because with the chicken, obviously that gives a different flavor
that's a good point,
and taste profile. So stuck my finger in the garlicky one. And it's the garlic is like shredded, so I can crunch. It's not like a whole like chopped garlic, but I know it's garlic.
Yeah. It's a sort of a whipped garlic. It's I mean, I can tell you the ingredients in that one.
Is there yogurt in it at all?
No, it's just.
Don't tell me. That's okay. people need to like have some surprises in their life.
Okay.
Don't spill it all.
It's easy enough to. Yeah. It's only 3 ingredients. So.
Well, I really do. I love them all, and if I could pick a favorite, I do like the ginger one.
You don't have to like that one. That doesn't have to be your
No,
favorite.
I do like. I like ginger in almost anything, and I think it adds a little bit of happy to your bite kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
But now I'm going to be burping garlic because that's the last thing I ate. I mean, I'm going to and I want to finish this piece of chicken because I always like to try things before I put stuff on it.
Yeah.
Just that's why. Otherwise, I would not have known there was lemon.
Yeah, I can see that.
So if
Well, I'm glad you got the garlic last because otherwise you would have been. That would have
it
been
is.
pretty intense.
I'm now tainted.
Yeah.
In a good way. In a good way.
Safe from vampires.
Well, can people order chicken from your farm? I mean, do you are your farm products only for your truck or what?
So, when my wife and I moved to the area, there are other people in the area who sell chickens and other meats that we use, and so we kind of wanted to focus mostly on the food truck to begin with. Going into next season, we're looking to increase production, so we're probably going to be selling either by appointment or if we can figure out a storefront, we'll probably start selling out of there. So
Lots of storefronts in Willimantic. I'm
Yeah,
sure you've
yeah.
explored all these
I
things.
looked through them. We actually we use the kitchen in Willimantic as our base
Is that
of
Click?
operation. Yeah, we're a Click.
Yay.
So, yeah, it's a
Another
wonderful place.
happy Click person.
Yes,
All right,
Click is awesome.
it is. I'm amazed that you traveled here.
Mm-hmm.
You brought the food, and the strips are still crunchy.
Mm-hmm.
It didn't get soggy.
Yep.
That means I'll have to eat it faster, but that's all right.
I mean, that's okay. Just eat it as it comes.
Yeah. Do you have other favorite things on the menu that you love or prefer?
So we do a fried green tomato sandwich
What?
that is very popular.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
It's sort of a special in that we do it when we have green tomatoes that we can source.
I got a bunch sitting on my counter if you want them.
Yeah.
I don't even like.
Yeah.
How do you do that? Do you bread them?
Yeah. So we we're really getting into this here. So we
Okay,
use no. I'm happy to do it. No, I want to do it. It's okay. So we
I don't know what I'm asking, so
no,
you
it's
can say
great, yeah.
you can refuse.
So we brine them in like a salty mayonnaise, and the tomatoes release a lot of the liquid that way, and they create almost like a brine. And then we bread them twice and then fry them. So
I think 2 is the magic number for twice
breading.
fried.
Oh,
French
yeah.
fries, twice brined.
Yeah.
And that's we know what that is.
Yeah.
Well, just think, Beaks come in 2s too.
That's yes, they do. There's actually a if you search for Twin Beaks on YouTube, there's a Muppet.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they did
I
like
love
a
the
spoof
Muppets.
on it where they call Twin Beaks, and it's all chickens with 2 beaks. It's
They
very-
have funny looking chickens too.
yes, they do.
What's your hope for the future in this business? Do you have a big, broad picture for the future?
Mostly, I would love to, our sort of shorter term goal is to kind of establish a location that we can be found more often because it is a little challenging for people to come and find us.
Yeah.
I like serving the type of food that we serve because I feel like a lot of farm to table restaurants are a little bit outside of people's budgets, and so our food is not cheap, but it's also much more accessible than going to like a fine dining restaurant or something. And so I feel like if there's a way to keep my farm running and also feed people who maybe otherwise wouldn't have access to it, that's like a happy marriage.
I'm going to check my tech really quick before I wind it down here. So, last question is do you provide, can someone rent your truck? Is that possible?
Yes, we are happy to do private parties and corporate events and
nice.
other things. So,
Awesome.
our pricing is based off the number of people and what people want, but we can usually make it work.
All right, so call you at what number again?
508 560 7727.
All right, this is Ruth Hartuni and Ellen Baugh. I'm signing off with Mr. Twin Beaks Fried Chicken and his food farm, right?
The Good Farm.
The Good Farm. The Good Farm. I am going to eat all these things that he brought eventually, not all at once. I'm signing off today on Ravings and Cravings and on Good Company, WILI.